Yo.
What's good?
Happy New Year, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, welcome back to the Flyest Podcast out. 95
Amen.
the podcast, the Hip Hop Minded Podcast for millennials. We got sports, fashion, music, culture, dating. We got it all, baby. And today, we got a little something different for you guys. We got something real dope. It's episode 3, and it's also the first installment of Ladies First series. So, yeah. Basically, the ladies are taking over. So today we got 395 of women here today. Smart, hardworking, driven. It's not enough superlatives I can use to describe these young ladies.
Appreciate
Okay,
that.
all right.
Nice.
Look at that. And he used a big word.
Superlatives, yeah. You guys look it up, you know what that is. So. And we're going to have some interesting discussions today. So with further ado, let me introduce the ladies. Introduce yourself, your profession, anything else you got going on, anything you got going on, and also give your social media handles.
Okay, well, this is your girl TT. By day, I work for the largest hospital in Chicago, Northwestern Medicine. I've been in IT for a really long time, but I'm a project manager, so I basically just talk on the phone and tell people what to do all day, and why they aren't doing it quick enough. But by night, I have a podcast myself, Two Chicks Talking Shit. That's our name. SHYT, because we're ladies. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram or Twitter. It's Sweet Tea with an E instead of an A, 720. And yeah, you'll see my travels, my fam, and a lot of shit.
That's what's up, Kimmy.
First, thanks for inviting me out. This is really cool, Mikey.
Thanks for pulling up.
So again, I'm Kim. You can call me Kimbella. That's actually my Instagram handle. You can catch me at KIMM_Bella. So like TT said, by day, I'm in property management. I'm a real estate broker. And a personal passion of mine is a nonprofit organization that I've started. And so basically, it's all about empowerment and giving back to our youth. So if you're interested in donating or contributing to our cause, you can catch our web address is www.beenfp.org.
Dope.
That's what's up, Ange. Introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Angela.
What's up, Ange?
My preference is to be called Ange.
Check.
Here we go.
I'm in finance. I'm a financial analyst for a university here in Chicago. Yeah, my personal Instagram handle is angela.syn, SYN. And my business Instagram for my women's online store is shop. That's the old one. Shop.asyn. There you have it. I switched things up a little bit. Just did a little revamp on it. Everything should be live within the next couple of weeks. I'm excited about that. But I'm happy to be here to discuss these things that we need to discuss.
That's
so
good.
yeah,
That's what's
follow
up.
me, hit me up. There you have it.
Oh man, you ladies got your shit together. Ain't gonna be no bums.
Ain't no games over
here.
here. That's how women should be.
No bums
should
allowed.
have our things together.
Shit. That's what's up, man. You guys already know I'm your creator and host, Scooter. You can follow me on Instagram, Scooter the God. Also, follow the podcast page. Everybody out there, follow my podcast page at 1995 Podcast. You guys already know the vibe. So, episode 3, you guys been following me or whatever. So, you know what this podcast is about. You know, we're about the culture. Before the culture. So before we get all wild and crazy with this shit, let's tackle the aspects of the millennial and a relationship dynamic and all that stuff right now. So let's get to the culture part. So
okay.
First thing. For each of you personally, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is similar music and cultural tastes for you in a relationship? 1 to 10, each one of you guys.
So I will say, if we're talking music, I can go somewhere between a 5 and a 6. We don't have to line up 100%. And here's why. Like, music is subjective, and it also, it depends on what your background is. So like some people gravitate towards certain types of music because they were, let's say, brought up in a church, or
That's a good point.
the kind of music their parents play at home.
Yeah.
Some people like particular music because of the neighborhood they grew up. So they might just listen to trap
Yeah.
all the time. And so, you know, it's very hard to change someone's patterns of what they listen to.
Yeah.
Just because you want them to listen to what you want them to listen to.
Okay.
Culturally, though, is a little different.
Yeah. Like movies, art.
Yeah,
That type of thing.
that kind of stuff is more.
1 to 10 for you.
I'll say 8,
Hey, ooh, that's a little high. Why is that higher than the music?
because culturally, that's what you're going to do when you're spending time with that person.
Okay.
You like music is here and there. You in the car, you riding here to there. All right, I'm gonna look out the window while you play Moneybag because I really am not vibing with.
You that disgruntled girlfriend that you like leaning to the side, looking out the window and shit, looking at birds and shit,
I'll be on Instagram
Checking the
just to scroll.
GPS.
looking at the shoulders,
How
shit.
much time before we get there?
Right, so like I don't care about that.
Watching the Instagram with the volume up and shit, trying to distract
See,
his
I'm
weak ass
nah,
music.
like
Yes, you
I ain't
do.
an asshole, Joe. I ain't an asshole, but what I am going to say is,
So
like,
are you calling Moneybag weak? That's the excuse.
no, that's the example.
No,
Let
no.
me stop talking.
No, continue. That's the
By the way, his
example.
album dropped today, and that shit is
Yeah.
fire.
I just think
I was
that's
just
the
listening to that
example.
shit.
Like everybody don't listen to certain type of thing, certain
Yeah.
music. So I don't care. You in a car, we might not
Yeah, I
vibe
love
on
Moneybag,
that.
by the way.
But when we get to where we going, like, okay, I want to go to a museum and be able to talk to somebody, about, man, Joe, you like this? It's kind of cool. It's different. Hear their opinions. You might want to go to different
good.
restaurants. Some people don't like to eat different foods. So like culturally, you want somebody who
That's
kind of
gonna vibe with you.
vibe with you. So that's why it's higher on my end, because that's what you do outside of sleeping and shitting.
And
So-
fucking. And 1 to 10. How do you feel?
I'll answer that in a second. But
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So is having similar cultural interests more important than them just being open to exploring other cultures?
So I think if that's about the same, in my opinion. So if you're open to trying it, that's good for me. I'm not saying we have to line up 1-to-1 like, oh,
Okay.
you love contemporary art? I love contemporary art. No,
Okay.
it ain't got to be that. But like if I say, hey, let's go to the MCA and check out an exhibit, and you say, nah, I'm good. I
Yeah.
don't even want to do that, man. That's
Who the fuck
weak.
doesn't want to go to
You're
MCA?
closed,
That's
you're
weird.
not
Who
even
the-
open-minded.
Right.
Who the fuck doesn't want to go to
Okay.
MCA?
Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. Like it's important, to at least
Absolutely.
try. And I think trying pushes you further up that spectrum.
True.
All right, 1 to 10 for music, Angie, and 1 for 10 for culture.
For music, y'all gonna probably hate me for this, but I don't give a shit what they listen to. So I'm gonna say 1.
A 1.
I'm gonna say 1 only because, like, okay,
Y'all listening to Garth Brooks and shit on the way to
when
the
I
car?
tell you,
On the way to the show?
when I was like younger, I had these little random
Shout
ass
out to Garth
jobs. So
Brooks.
like I worked in the United Center, and
So all the pop stuff.
my point.
NSYNC.
And I started vibing to it, and I started
Making my
liking
way
it.
downtown, walking fast.
That's my shit. 1,000 miles.
That's my shit
So-
too.
Right.
Don't give me the fucking line on this shit.
So, like, with that being said, like, music is very low on the scale.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
But with cultural, I have to agree with you, T. Like, all the way, I have to agree with you. Like, you got to be open. Like, so I'd say 8 and 9. Like, I don't want a dude who just, if all you've seen in your life is the block, like, at least be willing to explore more than the block.
Right.
Like,
That's it.
I'm not going to hold it against you that you ain't been out of town.
Right.
But we going to go out of town together.
Let's
And you
try
going to
this.
say,
We
yeah,
gonna
baby,
learn
show me
this.
this.
It's a matter of being
So,
open-minded.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you have it.
Your dude, you be like, you gonna go out of town? You be like, yeah, let's go to Gary.
Gary.
You know what was
Just fucking with you.
because we're all from Chicago, we do know that there are some people that live in some neighborhoods that would consider going to Harvey or Gary
She
or
said
S.
Harvey.
or even
No,
downtown.
these are
Damn.
not jokes.
No,
these are not
aren't.
jokes.
Like this
These-
is real.
These are not
I was-
jokes.
yeah, I
this
was
is
joking,
these
but
are
damn.
absolute facts.
I know
So
people who have never been downtown.
absolutely,
I'm like,
and
crazy.
that's
crazy.
foreign to
Court.
them. So that's out of town.
Common
to them.
said that in the
Quote,
restoration. Said it's kind of hard to imagine. He ain't been past downtown like that. Yeah, that's real shit.
That's real.
Kimmy, 1 to 10 music taste as far as in your dating life, and 1 to 10 on the culture side.
Okay, I'm gonna follow TT's lead on this one. Music is really not that important to me, so I'm a I am going to say somewhere between a 3 and a 4.
Okay.
I'm really not that into music. I can't name a song. I might hear a song and like it, but I can't tell you the artist.
So what you do in a nightclub? What you do in a club?
I can vibe to the music,
Okay.
and that doesn't necessarily mean that I have to. I'm not married to a certain genre, but
Gotcha.
again, it is just about vibing. So it could be a country song, and that doesn't mean that I'm opposed to it.
Right.
If it's
like
if it
that.
feels good to me, then hey, I can vibe with it.
I like that.
But the other question, rating cultural backgrounds, that's pretty important to me. But I would still say somewhere between a 7 and an 8.
Okay.
Personal interests, personal, like what's important to you, personal values, I guess. I think that kind of ties into the cultural aspect. And then again, like you said, being open-minded to trying new things, even if it's something that I could be unfamiliar with. Just a quick sidebar, I was dating someone, and for the first time I had Ethiopian food.
Which
And
is fire, by
that
the way.
is a culture shock because I'm not used to eating with my hands.
yeah.
I use utensils to eat. And again, I mean, I'm one of those people you can, even if it's something that I've never tried before, I'm always open to it. So you just can't be closed in that regard.
Yeah, I love that. One thing that all three of you guys touched on is the willingness to open your mind or whatever if you haven't been at. So you guys have not X people out, but you give them a chance to at least
For sure.
step out of their comfort zone. And I think that's important because you got people that will X you out on either side. They'll
I've
X
actually
you to
met
clean the
someone
fuck out.
who
Like,
told
fuck
me
what you
they
talking
had
about.
no desire to travel, no desire to
Same.
go to a museum,
Same.
no desire to do anything beyond just going to work, watching TV, playing a video game.
That's
Now, of course, that's not somebody that I
would
continue
be
to
with,
talk to,
right.
but
Comfort
I've
zone.
I've
Right.
had someone tell me that. So absolutely not. Yeah, that didn't go far.
Yeah, because I can't imagine just knowing Chicago. You know
At
what I'm
all.
saying? Like
No.
this
It's
being my
so
only
much more.
reference to what the world is. Yeah, it gives me a good foundation because if you live here, you could essentially live
Anywhere.
anywhere. But like understanding that everybody doesn't live like this is important if you're just going to be a person in this world.
Right.
Absolutely.
Let's keep it going. Similar question for all you guys. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is your spouse's dress game, swag, the way they wear their clothes? How important is that? Now that I think that might be a little bit more important. For me, I'm gonna say an 11.
So does
An
it?
11.
Okay.
You didn't tip the scale.
Yeah. So does it have to start at 11? That's what I'm. That's a valid question. You
Yeah.
gotta know that.
What you mean?
So like, all right. So I'm gonna give you my number. So my number is like a 7, 8.
Yeah.
No, here's why. Like, here's
What you asking?
also, so no, I don't think nobody's perfect. So you'll never go
Absolutely.
get a 10 out of me. So I don't care. So you said
Agreed.
11, but
I-
you could have somebody.
I took calculus twice in college, so don't worry about the math. Don't,
So,
don't worry
like,
about the math.
nigga, okay,
This is
yo,
what I-
11
this is what
don't
I'm
mean
saying.
nothing to me because somebody could start out not familiar, not really good
I'm
putting
just
shit together.
exaggerating
and you
about the
put some
importance. I'm
shit
just
on 'em.
exaggerating. I'm
That's
exaggerating.
true.
No.
Because
I'm-
they could start. That's true. Because I feel like I didn't always have style. It took someone along the
I don't like you with that on.
along my
You should
adult
wear this.
life. This looks nice on you. This doesn't. I don't know about this.
See,
and then you
this
kind of
is-
take that with you.
This is the
and
thing. I was exaggerating when I say it's just what it is. It's not really the
don't
actual.
switch it.
Nah,
See,
no.
that happen.
No.
So we get some perspective. And it's like, oh wait,
Time
I
out,
was
time out.
exaggerating.
I'm gonna cut your cord in a second. All right. Now,
Right.
this is the thing. It's important to me, but it's not really about labels or whatever. But it's about your ability to express yourself, or whatever. I look at it.
I get
from
that.
perspective, or whatever.
I
So
get that.
it's not about like labels. Like if you got on this particular shirt or whatever, I'm not gonna like you. But it's
No.
about your
And that's
ability
not-
to just look nice.
Yeah.
Look presentable. Know what type of setting we're gonna be in.
Exactly.
When you wear what you wear.
Are you
That's what
dressed
I'm
for
talking
the
about.
occasion?
That's important.
Yo,
That's what's
it.
important.
So those are
So-
Don't do no Lizzo shit.
that's-
We going to the
I
fucking
feel
ball
like-
game.
But I feel like those
That's
are
important to me.
It
So
is
with that being said, I gotta give it a whole 10. Like it's
Thank
important.
you.
Like I'm not saying your appearance has to be on 10, but it's important to me. It's up there because
Bingo.
you ain't
Bingo.
going to no wedding with me with gym shoes and a pair of jeans.
Bingo.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
You're not
true.
going to my
That's
uncle's
true.
funeral
Right.
with a spray painted
I'm not
shirt.
judging your
Like,
ability to look
exactly.
this good or that good. What I'm saying is just knowing the vibes, knowing how you look, knowing your own self, how you look in the mirror, feeling confident.
Right.
And
That type of shit.
one thing that I really appreciate about a lot of younger men these days is that they don't have this 100% love and need to wear a damn sneaker every day. Like,
What dudes you talking to?
Right.
you don't
Where-
see those men?
So
Yeah.
I see them because I'm older. So like,
Talking
but
about the
I'm talking about
talking about
younger.
the-
When I see these younger kids, a suit and some dress.
No, I'm not talking about suits.
suits.
talking about
dress,
the day,
no,
talking
I'm,
about
I'm
the day
sorry,
party
I haven't
11.
seen it.
I'm,
I haven't seen it.
The
I haven't seen
No.
it.
The Rogaine 12.
I'm not good with like actually
your
like
permission.
labeling and naming like actual men's fashion, but everything is not a sneaker and everything doesn't need to be a sneaker. Like Mikey, he has on sneakers probably 85% of the year, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit
or
less.
basketball shoes or football cleats. True.
But I bet you he won't go to a wedding with sneakers on. He didn't even go to his godson's
Oh yeah.
baptismal. I'm probably saying it wrong. I don't really remember
I
what
had on
exactly
some
it was, but
$200 Johnston Murphys. You
well,
know
it
I
don't
do.
matter about the price.
No,
but my
I
point
do.
is, like, you were dressed for the occasion.
This is true.
So I
Yeah.
think so. Example. So you meet somebody. They look decent when you meet them. You vibing is cool, right? You start dating, talking, whatever, and then you see their closet and some stuff that you like. Oh my God, he would wear that. Like
Yes, it's
like that
happened.
kind of stuff.
Like an
It's
iceberg
just-
sweater?
A full closet. Like you lived a long life to acquire these items, and you still wear them.
This is what you
Like-
have. And so I'm not saying like if you feel like you like that person and you want to pursue them as a person, you're not gonna try to help the swag or help the style to help them understand how to make changes. Because at the beginning, it may not always be y'all 10s and 11s.
Absolutely.
And that's where I was coming from.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, you really don't know the first.
Right, and that almost means that you would dismiss that could be the person that you could potentially marry.
I wouldn't dismiss them.
But and they may
I think
have
you know.
every other quality besides the attire or that it factor when it comes down to dressing. Because some people could still use some grooming. To be honest,
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wouldn't dismiss a man because of his inability to dress for the occasion. Because if you came and looked in my closet, you'd be like, I know damn well this girl ain't finna wear that. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm around you and you're getting dressed and it's something questionable, I'm like, you wearing that? Like, I'll ask. I'll speak up.
That's
so I wonder, it
valid.
almost
It's a
makes me
little
question,
different.
what did that person have on when you first met him? Because now all of us, it was something that drew you to that individual.
Right.
So if I go back to the original question, where would I rate that number? I would say somewhere between a 7 and an 8.
Okay.
But it has absolutely
That's high,
nothing.
right. That's high though.
But again, it has nothing to do with. It's more so about you taking pride in what it is that you have on, and it being
I agree.
appropriate.
That's what I mean by my 11.
And when I say age appropriate, it's not appropriate. It's not. It's age appropriate, and then appropriate for the occasion.
Facts.
Because I do think that once
Facts.
you hit a certain age, there just are some things that you
Gotta
should stay
retire.
away
It's
from
gotta retire.
as a grown adult.
Yes.
Both men and women.
Right.
So I'm not going. I've met people who I've met them pretty basic t-shirts, shorts, or khakis, and then you realize like that's what the rest of their closet looks like.
Right. And then you have to provide guidance.
Absolutely, and I'm okay with that
Prime
as long as
example.
they're okay with it.
Yes.
Now, if they don't see a problem with it, or if they aren't open to maybe tweaking a little bit, making some enhancements or some adjustments in what it is that they wear, then that's when I might have to start reconsidering.
Right.
whether or not
Real
this
quick
is the
before we
situation.
transition, because we got a lot of stuff to get out. Ange, real quick, give your what was your number? You said 8. You said no. You said a 10,
I
right?
said a 10.
You said a 10,
She
right?
went up there.
Right. Okay, we
It'll
got
give you a little bit of room.
Exactly.
Okay.
Room to
You
grow.
ain't getting no
to
room.
play with.
Okay.
Because I can meet you at the gym, but if I see you in a nightclub with gym clothes on, I'm not messing with you. Don't talk to me. Well,
Talking about
I've
like
seen
soccer
it.
pants or
I've
something?
seen it.
I've seen it too,
I've
but you know
seen
what?
it. The same person.
It's
in
one of
Hyde
those-
Park.
What they came straight from the gym.
But see, I can never look at a person and because of what they have on and automatically assume that they can't dress, or if I see
Right.
you out, because I'll wear a jogging suit in a heartbeat.
But-
I've worn a
but
jogging suit
that's
in the
not,
club.
But that's not
And-
gonna determine that you can't dress. People gonna see your jogging suit and how you wear it, and they can tell that you got some type of taste.
But I
you
think
get what I'm saying?
that you're like
If you
stretching
fly, you
it.
fly.
Like that's not like I don't really think, and I'm gonna make this quick, but I don't really think like the point is like because you want to wear a jogging suit somewhere on whatever day. You're not gonna wear a jogging suit to a wedding. I hope not.
No, but I think your point
Go to
to
the
being
courthouse?
appropriate and knowing how to dress aren't always one-to-one because
Good point.
you do know, like, if I'm going here, let me try and put on XYZ so that I can look like people who are going to be at this event. But I may not have the best or the
Bring it home,
appropriate
Titi.
right,
Bring it
like
home.
the outfit that is just gonna set it off for that
Right.
event. So it's a little bit separate if you really think about it. Like some people know, like, okay, I'm going to a wedding, I need to look nice. But
And
they're
then that's
looking
still
nice.
subjective to some people because what's
Exactly.
nice to you may not be nice
That's
to
true.
them.
That's
Right.
true.
So it's like
All right, we
look,
got to transition, guys. Real quick. I think this is more so for the guys in the room, whatever, what you guys think, whatever. But does sports matter in a relationship?
Man, I don't know a sport. I can name some sports. I can probably name you any players. So I'm going to say no.
Okay.
are you willing to
So
watch
sports doesn't matter.
No, I will. It's not an important factor in my life.
Okay, so it's not a big deal for you.
Not at all.
A guy that does like sports and is really important in his life or whatever, as far as his indulging of watching basketball and football games, whatever, and going out to play ball, whatever, does that affect your relationship if you want him to do something with
No,
you?
I
all the
want
time?
you to have an activity. Have some
Okay.
hobbies.
Love
please.
that. Love that.
Go be active.
Yeah.
something to do?
Absolutely. Yes.
Right. Got you. T, I already know you like your sports, so with you being a woman that likes sports, does sports matter in a relationship to you?
Absolutely.
Mm.
Because I will not date a guy.
8, 9, 10?
It's I'll say a 9.
Probably like a 15 for you.
Yes, because I don't do 10s. I don't feel like anybody's perfect. You're not gonna get no perfect score out of me. So the closest,
You pass
so the
math
closest
class.
you know, whatever, dude. The
No
closest
improper
you gonna
fractions.
get is 9, and yes, it's very important to me because
Gotcha.
I really like sports.
Gotcha.
I'm a girl who
Like which
watches.
sports? Like which ones are you really into? Like,
Football is my number one.
I try.
Basketball.
It's like I don't even know
What's
I
going
can
on?
teach you
Why
anything
do-
you want to know.
Hey, it's like
And
160% of women
see that
say,
it's a
I don't know
big
what's
thing.
going on.
I see it's a big thing, and I try to be interested, and it
Yeah.
just loses my
But I
attention
mean,
just like that.
It's just something that I've always loved football. Like I don't even know what it is. Like growing up, my grandmother used to watch baseball and football growing up on TV. So maybe that is why I really enjoy it. But football is my thing. And if a guy I'm dating has zero interest in watching football, understanding nothing, then I'll probably exactly. But I'm lucky enough that my fiance loves football probably 10 times more than I do because he puts money on it. So like
Run it.
Welcome to our world.
so I mean I indulge a little bit too, but he's serious about that shit. But
So you're in the background giving him the picks.
I'd be like, hey babe, so this person injured on the D. You might not want to bet on that. So like
funny.
Damn, I ain't catch that. Okay, thanks.
yeah, so like sports are important to me. He doesn't necessarily have to be a star athlete. We both did play flag football, so that was cool. But like I don't need him to be out there trying to be LeBron on the court just to look good if I'm sitting there watching him. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. But just have some sports in you.
Right. It's definitely important to me. I dated one guy who didn't like sports.
Girl, how?
It didn't work out.
What the fuck did he like?
What was his?
I mean, I've never dated a man that was not into sports. So
They exist.
And I kid you not.
Girl, they exist.
I like sports.
It's slightly weird though, because I mean, it's just one of those things that you would just associate to being with being a man.
With being a man, exactly.
It
I like
is.
sports. I played basketball when I was a kid.
That's
I
what's
ran
up.
track when I was a kid.
Same.
Like right now, I'm a gym head. I'm in
Yeah.
the gym maybe 4 to 5 days a week.
Right.
And when I tell you, when he told me he didn't like sports, I'm like, oh, okay. You know,
that can be a
and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to myself like, this nigga ain't right. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's like, what do you
And
do if
I think
a
for-
man don't watch sports?
Yeah, if a
Like,
woman likes it, it's
what
a
are you
deal
doing?
breaker for you guys because you don't always find women that actually like sports. Whatever.
Right,
So when
yeah.
women actually do like it and a guy doesn't,
You guys are
it's
rare.
like the polarity. The polarity is like fucked up. It's like who's masculine, who's feminine. The polarity is like off.
for
But
sure.
it's like,
Yeah.
you want to go to the bar? Yeah, let's go to a bar that they got the game playing.
Exactly,
Like,
like,
we
I
ain't
can-
really got to go to that bar. We can just
Honestly,
go to a regular bar.
to
Like,
me,
what the fuck?
to me, it's I gotta say it's a 5 because.
Because you're dealing with women.
It's different.
Let me explain. Right, let me explain. It's a 5 for me because I like a woman just to have some type of casual interest. She doesn't have to be like at a 10 as far as her
Yeah,
interest or whatever.
but you want her to-
because if she has like a I prefer like a 5 to a 7
Mm-hmm.
because if she likes it too much or whatever, that's kind of impeding into what I like to do outside of her. And then if she likes it as a 1, she doesn't really understand me because everybody who knows me knows
every activity.
80% of my life
Right.
is
Leave her at
sports,
home
right?
sometimes.
So I want us to have our world together, and you have your world outside of me, and I
But
have my
there's a
world outside of
balance
you.
with that,
Yeah, it's a
too.
balance, but you can't like totally not like it because that's
Oh, yeah.
that's a huge part of my life.
Right.
It's been a huge part of my life. So absolutely, I prefer like a 5 to a 7 as far as the interest or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I could go back, you know what? I'm okay with sports. I'm not a sports fanatic, but I absolutely like the parties behind it. So like Super Bowl,
Yeah.
the playoffs, that's when I get interested.
Yeah.
So not like I would actually turn the TV on. I may not watch it play by play.
and don't sleep on
but-
March Madness.
Yes.
Oh, oh,
Don't sleep on March
Give me your number,
Madness.
girl.
yeah, we gotta take a shot for that.
We're gonna have to go watch some games or something, Ans, because I don't have too many
I'm
homegirls
down.
that's in with the sports
Hey,
in Chicago.
yes or no? Each one of you guys, yes or no, real quick. Does a man that cannot play sports, is that a turnoff? Yes or no for you, T?
No sports.
Be honest, yes or no?
Yeah,
You
gotta
can't
do
like you just
something.
whack. You can't play ball.
Yeah,
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Turn off.
Yeah.
Yes. Kim, turn off.
I would say yes. You can't play any sports.
you're
You're
not
not,
a
good
player.
at it.
And turn off.
Yeah.
You got to be able to do something.
So yes,
Something.
right?
Hell yeah.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
very
okay.
active.
It's not-
So
and
what
it's
did you
not-
do as a
No, no,
child?
and
Like,
it's
what was
not-
your childhood like?
Right, and it's not playing a sport; it's being athletic.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like,
It's different. Like you're not gonna be LeBron. You're not gonna be Walter
true.
Payton. But can you fit in somewhere within that sport?
So what about
Can
the
you
people
catch a
that
ball?
don't play sports but they work out in the gym?
I think that's valid.
So
Okay,
are
that's
those
cool.
two different
yeah,
things,
because
or-
it's still
That's
still like
athleticism.
active, yeah. I think now I would say this, like Kim, your interest in sports is not super like crazy,
Very
whatever, right?
minimal, yeah.
So you be like, man, if a motherfucker's still active, that's what matters to you. That's cool,
Absolutely.
right?
Now,
I think
okay,
with T, you
'cause those
would
are
want
two
somebody
different
more
questions.
that really enjoy the right. I
Yeah,
would think
because
you
it's
would
like an
want- or-
activity. We can go watch. We can go. We don't have to go to the bar all the time and watch the game because I know that's a guy thing.
Right.
But like, I would like to go sometimes out with you and watch football or basketball or whatever. I might want to go to the gym with you. You might have a workout that might help me out. Let's go to the gym together. Let's do something. I don't want to just not be able to do anything.
Now, transition, another
Oh boy,
transition.
here we go.
This is gonna get good. Does a man's height matter to you?
So I think people have preferences. And so I do have a preference.
What's your height preference?
So you have.
And how tall are you first?
I am 5'3"
Okay.
and with a little change, but I'll just stick
Little
with
change.
with 5'3".
76 cent.
Whatever, nigga.
Take the ladder.
So I do like someone taller than me. I don't want to put my heels on and look dramatically taller than you because that does not look nice in
Gotcha.
my personal opinion.
Got you. So what's your preferred height for a man?
I think 5'10" is probably a good height.
Yeah, okay, 5'10". Kimmy?
Yeah, I'm rolling with that. I definitely I'm 5'5", 5'4", maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure. But I absolutely want someone taller than me. Now, that does not necessarily say that I would just turn away the person that is not that ideal height, because I'm all for taking I take a number of things into account before I just completely dismiss someone. But
So a myriad of
ideally,
factors.
yeah, there are
Gotcha.
absolute factors.
Okay.
Ideally, I would say like 5'9" or taller.
Ange, what's your height? Tell the followers your height, and what's your height preference for a man for you?
I'm 5 feet, 5.5. I'm gonna take that half inch because
You
I
got
like
heels.
to say I'm 5'6", but I'm not 5'6".
You in the
Like,
you in
So
the
you're
you in the studio
5'5".
you in the studio tonight with heels on?
I am.
So how tall are you right now?
I don't know. Maybe like 5'8", 5'8.5".
Ain't that heels?
5'9".
You gotta whip me
No,
up.
she's
I'm
5'5".
adding.
She's
I'm
5'5".
adding.
She's 5'5", and she
to
has
my
on
current
3.5
height.
heels.
Okay, I'm about to say.
But
I got you, Ange. Don't let him do you like
Thank
this.
Hey man, this is
girl.
my show. Hey.
however,
It's outnumbered. Let's go.
You really are. So
but
don't
as far
start.
as preference, I don't have a preference. Like y'all,
No preference?
y'all might laugh. My prom day was shorter than me.
She was like 17.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
That was my boyfriend too.
So no preference.
I don't have a preference. No, I don't have a preference in terms of being specific, other than you have to be taller than I am.
Yeah.
Like you have to be taller than I am,
Okay.
and you can't be. And if you're exactly my height, you can't be pudgy. You have to, you have to have some sort of.
It's so different.
You have to have some sort of
the question
like,
just took a turn.
sex
Now we talking
appeal.
about
You
weight.
get what I'm
We went
saying?
down
You
the
have
alley.
to have a physical sex appeal to you.
So does a man's weight matter to you? To you personally?
Hell yes. And you know what?
Kim?
Hell yeah.
Weight?
Yeah.
No. Now,
No
it's
at
weight.
all.
Weight
You like
and
a little
healthy.
you
No,
like a
no, no,
little
no,
fat?
no.
Nutty
Because I don't
Professor
know.
5'10".
No, we're not. No, okay. I'm not.
Just ratios and shit.
Because personal, if I live a healthy lifestyle, I'm going to attract someone that
So you
is
just about-
that is
gotcha.
going to mirror that.
Okay.
So I am not interested in anybody who thinks that it is okay to eat 5 double cheeseburgers in one
What?
sitting.
Ugh.
I'm not okay with that.
That's
so,
What's that? The five
so
for five?
I don't care what
Can I get a
weight
four
you
for four?
are.
Actually, can I get two?
If that's your MO, no thank you.
Barbecue sauce.
Just put the shrimp in the box.
with a Diet Coke. Can I have a Diet Coke, please?
Yeah, no,
Thanks.
thank you. No, thank you. And that has nothing to do with weight.
Oh,
That's
man.
just no.
Y'all
That's
wow.
unhealthy as hell.
T,
No,
T,
thank you.
what you think? Yes or no? Real quick.
So,
Real
no.
quick before we transition.
Weight has to be proportionate to your height.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a great answer.
There's no short and pudgy person.
Yeah.
That's going
It
to
has
exist
to.
in my
It
life.
has to make sense.
Damn, Ange.
No Danny DeVito.
And I think I think it kind of makes sense to us. Like we've already said,
It's always
that
sunny
we
in
want
North
somebody.
Dakota.
We want somebody who's kind of athletic, a certain height. So you kind of disqualify.
Yeah, y'all
some
fucking
oompa
wild,
loompa. Like,
you automatically would, because you didn't already said your preference was somebody who's
who's
athletic.
active.
So you're not even checking for that guy.
matching you. So
Exactly.
So how we go look for a oompa loompa?
All right. Since we talking about the things that don't matter, body types and body parts and stuff like that. Women that are thick versus slim debate, right?
You have to answer that. Exactly.
'Cause we're
Because I'll be
women.
honest with you. Like,
But-
I am not
But I think women
interested in women. However,
But see, this is the thing. For
just
everybody who can't
kinda-
see you guys who haven't been watching, tuning in on IG Live, whatever. All you guys are pretty much in shape or whatever. You guys you guys have all kept yourself up or whatever. So you guys are more on like in the boom right there.
Okay.
Just
Perfect.
spit it out, Mikey.
Man,
Spit it out.
I'm trying to
That's
make-
what I say.
Spit it out.
We not fat.
I'm trying
okay?
to make
we
sure.
ain't fat.
I'm trying to. Hey, I gotta say the right thing. Make sure y'all don't egg
Hey,
the
we
challenger
good.
when I leave this
Hey, y'all.
motherfucker. Okay.
Hey, y'all, listen.
Sorry,
We
me too,
good.
child.
Everybody in here
Hey,
good.
fellas, they all look good.
Hair
They all take
done.
care of themselves. So they
Nails
both
done, everything
they all
did.
good. So, but women that are thick versus women that are slim. Is there a certain thing in? Does it even matter? Do you guys think guys got preferences?
That's not a
What's
question.
y'all
I was
opinion?
gonna say, like, I don't think there's a preference. Like, I'm not interested in women, but I can look at a quote unquote thick woman and a quote unquote slim woman and be like, damn, they both look nice. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's
Like,
how most guys are though.
And I don't
That's
think
how we
I
are.
disagree. I disagree.
You don't
with
think
that.
we?
I
How you gonna tell us how we think?
But no, this is my opinion of what I think guys think. Like, you want my opinion or not?
Go ahead, girl.
I just feel like
I guess. No. I do.
I got a
do.
microphone, so
I do.
So, like, in my opinion, I feel like men have kind of set up like what's sexy over the past like 10
3,000 years?
No, over the past 10 years, it's changed dramatically.
I think it
Guys
changes
have always decided
throughout.
this.
What?
It changes.
In Western civilization, guys has always decided what was sexy,
No.
to be honest.
And that's fine, but what I'm saying is y'all have made it like ridiculous at this point. So
How?
okay,
I
so
wouldn't
How
just
do
put it. I
guys
wouldn't
make
place
guys-
all
Let
the
her-
blame
just
on
let her
men,
finish,
because I think I know where she's going, but I have
So,
something to say afterwards.
If we go back to like late 99, 2000s, you know, all of that.
Girl, you're working with
What's
some mad shit.
Come on, see, you knew where I was going.
But that's always been a thing in our culture.
It is
Yeah.
in our culture, yes. However, it's starting to get
Yeah,
a
it's
tad
definitely
bit
transcended beyond us.
beyond us, and it's getting ridiculous. People would do anything to have.
But that's not that we can't place that on the men.
Yeah.
Why not?
How was it our fault?
That's not about men because I know a
Moans-
lot of women that are doing it just for themselves.
Thank
Yeah.
you for them.
They're doing it for themselves, and they're
Really?
doing it to stand out and fit this, like, I don't
At
know,
the end
this
of the day, I feel like
unnaturally unobtainable, like,
because
physical
men be like,
appearance.
damn, look at Meg. Damn, look at Nicki. Damn, look at Cardi. You don't think
But
We
then
also
they
say
go
that,
home.
but we also say that about Janae Alco.
but then they go home to a TT.
Who
That-
is saying anything about Janae Aiko besides
You're not.
Big Sean?
Oh, guys love.
But did you hear what I said? But
Yeah,
then
yeah,
they
for
go home
real.
to a TT.
That's
natural,
true.
a
You get
natural
what I'm
beauty
saying?
will never go out of style.
I
So
agree.
understand that.
Beauty in
But-
general never goes out of style. Guy, we don't care. We're simple brained. We like it all.
No, you really are. So
Yeah, yeah.
we
really are celebrating.
no, you really are.
I feel like men just
So, don't
love
put that
women
on
who
us.
take care of themselves, like, and really
Yeah.
like appreciate and like love who they are, and then that exudes, like the confidence exudes
Yeah.
out of them, and it's just like, damn, she's sexy. Why is she sexy? Like, I've heard my friend told me that her husband has told her before, like, I can see a overweight chick in a gym. And it's sexy because she's taking care of herself, and she's like actually like loving
Yeah, I feel
herself.
that.
You know what I'm saying? And like my friend, her name is Angela too. What's up, girl? Like, I mean, damn near perfect body, and that's naturally. But her husband can actually tell her, like, it was a super thick ass chick in the gym. You can
Yeah.
tell she at one point let herself go, but it was sexy that she was actually taking care of herself. And I think that's what men like. Like, they like the confidence, because I've heard a man say, like, you see how her booty move, and it was a real booty.
Yeah.
I like that. But then
Real
you
quick.
have me,
Real quick.
and I like that too.
I got two guys in the cut. My boys. I got Danny in the cut. Danny, what's up? Nico, what's up?
Speak
What you
up.
guys think? Real
Y'all
quick.
gonna have to come closer to the mic so the people can hear you.
I'm gonna talk loud.
Real quick. What y'all think?
In terms of what?
Just what you think? Do guys really care about thick versus slim? Say it on the mic real quick.
They don't always care, but sometimes they do. I believe they do.
Yes and no.
So you say
Yes,
they don't
yes
really
and
care?
no. Because in my opinion, I like them all,
Yeah.
but
Said I like them all. In his opinion.
but I would prefer.
Damn, you just like your
There's
uncle.
a preference, huh?
Yeah. Perfect.
Why? Why?
I
Elaborate
would-
just a little bit on the why do you prefer a thicker woman?
And is that in conjunction with personality and other
And
things?
is thick just a weight type, or is thick because she has?
I think thick is
a
subjective.
shape,
Thick
or
is
thick-
subjective.
That's
I
the
do
thing.
agree.
It's
Like,
man
there's
to
so many
man.
variations.
Thick is
to
subjective.
It's not a weight type, it's a build. Like,
He said for
So
people
type-
can't hear him.
itty bitty
So you
thick
like
it's not a
curves.
weight type. It's
You
a
just
build.
like
You just like curves.
I
Like
don't
that.
like them like super thin either. Like I want you to have like some meat on you. Whatever.
Danny, what you think?
I don't know. I just think it depends on how you put. Like y'all been talking about culture and everything, how everybody dress and everything like that. So it's just about how you put it all together. Because I can see a super thick chick and the shit look terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like,
that's so
like,
true.
Say that.
They be
like,
wearing
shorty,
smalls.
why would you even wear that shit?
Right.
But then you'll
Taking
see
out
a
her
super
smalls.
thin chick, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, shorty, she nice, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
Turn
like,
down
like Janae, like, you know, it's like
Yeah.
she bad.
Yeah.
And she not like well proportioned at all, you know what I'm saying? But it's the way she carry herself and put herself together.
I think
Just natural
guys. I was reading this book and it said guys fall in love with their eyes first, or whatever. I think what women don't realize is that attraction when it comes to a man is much more simple than what women really understand it to be.
If you
That
look
ass.
at-
So, and I think
you look at Fashion Nova, not to go you off, like you look at Fashion Nova, right? Now they are promoting big women nowadays. And a lot of them are they putting themselves together, and
Yeah.
it's just the confidence that they carry,
Yeah.
and the shit that they got going on as an individual.
And brothers love. It's a lot of big
Yeah,
brothers
I'm
love big
definitely
women.
riding with the
It's a lot of
confidence,
brothers
for
that
sure.
love big women too.
But I also think it's hard for women to understand what men really like and what they really want, because
That's why you shouldn't worry
I
about
think
that.
the
And just
biggest
worry
thing
about
is
being
knowing
fly
who
and
you
being
are
you.
and-
That's
and-
it.
yeah,
If you know who you, so a lot of times, and we can steer from this in just a second, but
Yeah.
we were talking about like the body types and build and women who have these really nice curves and some that may have paid for these curves. But at the end of the day, I don't think a lot of these women are actually doing it for the men.
Yeah.
Some, who knows? Who knows? But personally, I think it's a matter of when you look in the mirror, if you like what it is that you see. And I think that that's what men communicate with, what they think that you see in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because if I'm looking at you if I'm a man and if I feel like you lack confidence, you can have the nicest body and you can still be insecure.
Right.
So, and
Oh,
if a
yes.
man, and a man can
That
pick
is
up on
That's a
that.
great point, Kimmy.
And a man can pick up on that. So I feel like that doesn't give you an advantage because you are the thicker. But if there's there could be this skinny girl who has maybe no shape at all, and she's nice and she's pretty, but she's sure of herself, and that is what I think that stands out to
I
a
agree.
man. I'm not a man, but if I were to guess, I would think that ultimately. I would like to think, at least, that you guys aren't always
I
thinking
think
with
so sometimes, but I feel like
I'm thinking with your big head and not your little head.
I got enough male friends to understand, like, yeah, they have one type that they may have as their preference, and then they have the fantasy. Like, this is, man, you see that ass.
Right,
Like,
the
that
grown,
shit.
They're fuckable.
The adult
There
in
you
them
go.
That's it.
knows what it is that they
Yeah.
should be going for.
And I'm not
You know
saying
what
that
it
thick
is?
women or
Guys,
women with.
you know what it really is.
What is
Guys just have a short attention span. Because the minute that chick walks past, we fucking forget about her in five seconds.
Yeah, and you back talking to the
It's
chick with
just-
a dope ass
Well,
personality.
It's the simple
Like, oh, my
brain.
bad, boo.
It's
Like,
the simple
you saw that
brain
ass too, right?
thought process of
Exactly.
of the masculine whatever testosterone pumping in our motherfucking
Yeah.
brain. That's all it is.
I've been standing somewhere with my guy, and I said it first, like, do you see her ass?
Yeah.
That's a setup though. That's a setup.
No, it's
You
not.
on some shit.
No, it's not.
No, she's
You
not.
guys,
is.
like,
No.
damn.
I'm calling bullshit on that.
No, we have
eyes.
20-second
We can
timeout.
see.
When
We
I
can
tell
see.
you.
And I'm with you because I do the
Exactly.
same thing. I'd be like,
Because we
damn,
have eyes and we
babe.
can see. Like,
Exactly.
I see
And
that ass is
now,
big.
now I
So-
be like, babe, is it real or fake, babe?
Hey,
What is
fellas,
those
you ain't see
that
shit.
does become a new game. Like, what you think?
You ain't see shit.
Would you get mad at him for looking if you didn't point it out first, though?
it? No.
No,
Yeah, well,
there's a
no.
difference between looking and actually staring and putting your whole fucking face in her ass without
Now
it.
take a
Like,
glance.
there's a difference.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, I just got a
Be
little
No,
respect.
you could.
Be
No,
respectful.
no, no.
Exactly.
I'm still
You
standing
could
here.
cuss, but
Exactly.
you okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Make
But
sure,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, just don't be disrespectful.
Just kinda like, you know, keep it moving.
Hey, she tuned in on that motherfucker.
Let's get some,
At a
medicine,
moment,
get
yeah,
some
yeah.
meditation going real quick.
Exactly.
Woosah.
All right, so another transition, ladies. Do you have a checklist?
In regards to
Like
And,
a list.
and if you got a
The infamous
checklist,
list.
if you got a checklist, you got to
like what we want in a guy
Yeah, do you have an internal checklist and what's on your individual checklist?
in terms of what we want in a man.
Yes. Whoa.
So
Whoa.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say
there's
surprised
man
I
silence.
No,
man
I'm-
silence. Because there's the ideal of what it is that we want, and then the reality of what it is that we need,
yes.
and those are two different lists.
Oh.
And
Oh.
because I mean,
Oh.
I'm with you, Kim. I have a friend who she had a specific list. He must be this tall. He must
Manifest
have
that
this
man, huh?
like some old Sierra.
but that's the thing, 'cause
manifesting
you
a
gonna always,
Russell
even
Wilson.
when you create that list, you gonna leave something out.
Yes,
Something you're going to forget, and you're gonna get everything, and it's still gonna be
something. Yep. He
And
got to be
trust me.
faithful, and he got to be this tall. He got to look good. Can he cook for me? Can he like?
Then you get him, and he batshit crazy,
Right, and
it's
he
like,
he leave that one sock on the floor every day,
Or just
one
nutty
sock,
as
and he
hell.
just drag like that's one thing go drive you
fucking
crazy.
narcissist. Like
Yeah.
this is crazy. Yeah.
So Yeah.
Said,
Go ahead.
fucking
And you got a
narcissist.
list.
Damn, Kim.
And you got a list.
I don't have a
No list, and
no list. Like
have a list,
my
though. I
only
ain't gonna
the
front.
only criteria
I got a list.
the only
Oh, shit.
criteria that I require is that you're a good person. If you're a good
That's
person, hell yeah. Like
So-
I don't want no effed up individual in my life.
fellas, just go to church with Ange. You
No.
good.
So here's my thing.
Angela
I
don't
kinda-
go to church.
So here's my
Synagogue.
thing.
Go
with-
to the synagogue.
Here's my thing. I kind of agree with Ange. You have to.
That's
I
important.
don't have a list, but I do feel like so I am kind of
'Cause
religious
I'm not
a little
perfect.
bit, and I'm not perfect either.
You know
but
what
I
I'm
do like somebody with a good heart.
Yeah.
Like you're not out here kicking dogs like stray
Exactly.
dogs on the street, and
Exactly.
you do care about your family, and like you go to work every day, like you got a strong work ethic. But like I'm not saying you have to do X, Y, and Z day to day.
I agree.
Because that translates directly to character.
Yeah.
And character flaws are a huge drawback for me because and those are deal breakers.
Yep.
Because how you treat other people, how you treat yourself, integrity,
Yes.
respect. And again, I want to see how you are, the cleanliness. These are all things that I feel like
That's
are
big.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Yeah.
If you read the
You sound
word.
like my mom. So you said
Absolutely,
that.
absolutely. Like, and as an adult, the biggest
Shout out
thing
to
we
Fran.
start looking at too, like that's stability. How
Yeah.
stable are you? Can
Yeah.
I see this?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
looks kind of
Can you
take
see
the
stability
back.
together? And
Yeah,
I think
those
that's very
things
important.
far
take
back
precedence.
Especially with all you guys
We are
having y'all
not
shit
in high
together. I think that's
school.
very
That's
important.
real. Like I
for
could
y'all.
never be with a dude that's like, oh, I ain't going to work today. I just ain't feeling it. Wait,
No, because I'm gonna
you
get
done
my
co-
ass up
I'm
and
gonna
go
to-
every day. So I'm not
Exactly.
gonna.
I
You're
need-
not gonna let me outwork you.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I'm not.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And outworking has
Understandable.
nothing to do with money.
It
But I'm
doesn't.
not gonna
Thank
work
you.
harder
It's
than
drive.
you.
It's drive.
Ambition, all
Thank you.
that.
Because I feel like in situations like that, if I have to work harder than you, I still consider myself the woman in this relationship, and I still
you
look
supposed
at
to
you
be
as
head of household, man.
my point. And as a man, I'm gonna let you lead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not leading though.
No.
No.
I'm
If
not
it's
talking about
outworking.
that being lead. Being that's
So
not what I'm
money
saying.
doesn't equate lead.
My point.
I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about outworking. If you're going to work, if you're going to work more than me, then I'm not leading.
It's just that I don't want to feel like I'm working harder than you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't want to feel
And
like
going
I'm
to work
busting
and
my
punching
ass
the clock, like that
That
doesn't
doesn't-
necessarily mean like I'm
at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Working
Like
harder.
I'm working harder than you because I go to work and I'm actually being paid on
True.
a salary of whatever kind
You
of
gotta have
whatever.
some kind of drive.
Exactly.
For more. There's
Not
always
just
more.
drive, like you need action and
Yeah.
all of that. Like I
But
I
that-
need
your drive
results.
kinda
like,
pushes you.
I'm an old lady now.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
No, that's
what are
real.
results?
Yeah.
That list changes
Yeah,
once you
the
hit a
older-
certain
Yeah.
age.
The
Exactly.
list matures.
And at the top of that
as
list
the men
is
and women
stability.
mature. Absolutely.
Number one.
The list matures. A few more things before we wrap it up, guys. Deal breakers. Deal breakers.
So
non-sexual deal breaker. What's a deal breaker?
I wouldn't date or talk to anybody who smokes cigarettes.
Okay.
That's a number one deal breaker. And then like
That's a deal
when
breaker.
Kimmy was talking about character flaws, if I pick up on you a thief, like that.
Hey, Danny over here laughing.
You have to be. You have to
Niggas-
think about
no,
the things
but
that
I
a
just-
person
You had a
would
man
do when
going
you're
in
not
going.
around.
He was
No,
getting
no,
blunt.
no.
He was getting.
I'm using
He
an
was getting
example.
cigarillo
No, but
change out
that's
your purse.
real.
Thief.
That's real shit.
He getting Dutch change out your purse.
No,
I saw $2.33 missing, Sean.
You are real
Sean.
petty right now.
Really, Sean?
Shut up.
Because she knows what I'm saying. I'm
What
not
my
saying that
change?
specific moral flaw,
I was
but
just getting papers,
that
baby.
is a moral flaw. Like someone who has something like that is a deal breaker.
Is it like Robin Hood? He like stealing from
No.
somebody else for y'all. He stole a flat screen for y'all.
Kimmy, what's your
for
deal
the
breakers?
house.
Because I'm gonna start moderating.
Or
him
he stole it
'cause
from
he's
you.
Extra.
Yeah, he stole out your glove compartment.
So extra. Kimmy, what? So Kim,
But
tell
you
us
should-
your deal breakers.
My deal, I'm a roll with what you said for sure. Definitely, I'm not interested in anybody.
So you're not
that's
dating
gonna-
Robin Hood? Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
that's in. No, I hope not. That's the thing. You come disguised as something else until you find out.
my
So
God.
disguises. That's a
That's
good
a whole
one.
nother
That's
topic.
one for guys
That's a whole
too. That's
topic.
yeah. That's a deal breaker for the guys too as well.
I mean,
Disguises.
But for starters, as long as if it is something that I'm aware of, then yes, cigarette smoking.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not. Oh,
That's one
I'm
for
not
me
okay
too.
with that. Honestly, I really don't want a heavy weed smoker either. Occasionally, okay, but
Yeah.
I do think that we can find something else more constructive to do with our time than to get high all day.
Wake
every
and
day.
bake, lunch
Yes.
and bake, dinner and bake.
Every day.
That's scary.
All the bakes. We just bake.
That's
it all
scary as
day.
hell.
So you're not giving Redman
I
a
would
Wiz
prefer to
or
be
number.
cake
Gotcha.
over bacon. Like, no, thank you.
Deal breakers in.
Excessive alcohol drinking.
Oh, that's add that to mine. I think
When
we-
I
got
tell
three. I got
you-
three.
That is just
like
a
stupid
freaking turn.
drunk, right?
Oh
I
my
know your
goodness.
limits.
Stupid drunk, yeah. Not
What
knowing-
is wrong with you? And then I have to wake up and my bedroom smell like. Ooh, that's nasty. And
So,
lying.
EJ. And what?
Yeah,
And lying.
That's
Yeah.
that's another
That's all women.
character.
Yeah.
That's
Character flaw.
character. And
Yeah.
that's the thing with the character piece, it's just it takes so long before you get to a point where you realize, okay, this person is not who they've portrayed themselves to be.
I think lying is definitely. I understand women don't like lying, but I will say this:
It's a
from a
necessity.
man,
Don't even
from a man's
start.
from a man's perspective.
I'm
No,
drunk.
no,
Don't
listen.
I'm not even
Yo,
about to let
shielding
you
your
Go
feelings.
to
Listen,
the right.
listen.
Don't just go to the
Listen.
next topic because I'm not even about to let you get that out.
No, listen. I think you don't even know what I'm gonna say.
Because
So,
you're about to make up some bullshit as to why it's
don't
okay.
hey man,
hurt
I
you,
will
babe.
unplug your
I'm
mics.
doing this for you. You
I don't
want to
hurt your
No,
feelings.
lying. I
So I'm
understand.
not telling you
I
the full
understand.
truth.
I understand. Women do not like lying, but I will say this though: one deal breaker for men though is women that obsess about you lying. So it's like if you like, no, why you lying? Wait, no. Who said I was lying? But if you if you had some trauma in a past situation that some nigga lied
glad
to
you
you,
said trauma.
and
So,
you
okay.
constantly accusing me of some shit,
that
or you
is
are
something.
like that. That's definitely
let
a deal
Kim
breaker
say it,
because
'cause I
some
feel
women
like she
look at the
going where
whole
I'm
lying
going.
thing from a different way. It's okay, like if you lie about something, okay, yeah, you're guilty, right? But if you fucking with me on some shit based off some shit another dude did to you, nah, that's a
About
deal
to talk
breaker.
about the bag lady.
Yes, and I'm glad you talked about trauma because that's the probably one of the most important piece. And I think as grown men and women, above the stability, being in touch with who we are and our past traumas, and having had that time to actually sort through what it was that has caused us whatever kind of pain or turmoil
that's
throughout our
real.
years
'Cause
and
I
how
had
we
to-
respond to things.
Yeah, 'cause
Because
I had to look
I
inward for
have
some
met
things.
grown
Facts.
men who just act like boys.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Unfortunately,
43, 44, 50. Damn near.
Okay, and
and right. And it's just unfortunate. So when we talk about deal breakers, ideally I would like to meet somebody who has already gone through that healing process, who knows exactly who they are. They've identified whatever it was from their past that may have caused them some form of pain, and they're not still acting out on that pain right now today.
and I think it's good for both sides.
I was gonna say
No,
that.
it
I think it's good
definitely
for
is
both sides.
for sure.
No. I think it's good for both sides for men and women to both communicate because nobody is really short of trauma. So I think if a man is honest with a woman about his traumas and a woman is honest about her traumas, I think that's where stuff really goes a long way because you're able to look inward. You can look at the person in the mirror and be like, "Yo, I need some work to do,
And our
I'm
paths
gonna
are
do it,
congruent
and I'm
toward
doing it."
what it is that toward
Facts.
excelling or
Yes.
getting
That's
past it.
big facts. Absolutely. Parting shots. Any shout outs you guys want to do before we wrap it up?
Shout out
T.
to you.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean,
Thank you. I wasn't expecting that, but thank
I'm
you.
just gonna say this gonna be the top rated out of the 3 so far.
I agree.
We killing it. We killing
Okay.
it.
I
over
agree.
here.
Y'all
The
definitely killed it.
Everybody did a great job.
Shouts out to Mikey. Shouts
Yeah.
out to Scooter the God.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
The
Thank you.
God. How do you start? Woo woo whatever.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for showing up, man. We in here. We really just having a good time, just kicking the shits, and it's been fun or whatever. Everybody that's been following the podcast, I appreciate you guys as well. Episode 4, I want you to look out in 2 weeks. I got one of y'all favorite people on here. I got Pops with me.
Oh my god, that's
Old
gonna
school,
be crazy.
old school, new school. So be on the lookout. It'll be dropping soon. And as you guys know, it's always 95 to infinity. We out.